Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, and as well Capricorn Rising. Weekly general tarot reading April 19th up until April 25th, 2021. And as some of you may already know, guys, the original Facebook page, Radko Tarot, has been compromised. And for that reason, me and the astrologer who was on the page, we moved to a new one. We pretty much created a new one. So if you do want to follow us there for more exclusive content like daily tarot guidance as well, live streams, also astrology reports, you can check the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to our new page. Also, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, a link into the description down below is going to be found to my website, where you can view and purchase, if you wish, either or both of these services. So with that being set aside, moving to the general tarot reading of Capricorn, the first card we do have for you, that is going to be the King of Swords. Moving next, that will be the Death card, followed by the Knight of Wands. Afterwards, what we do have, that is going to be the Two of Wands. And then we have the Moon. Whoa. All right. Just give me a second. Okay, so that will be somewhat a week of a wake-up call from a certain extent. So the week here for you, Capricorn, does start with this individual, the King of Swords. These type of people, that could be somebody you know, or it could be somebody brand new. But the thing is that these kind of people, the King of Swords, they are only concerned with how the things are working around them in general, and what does make sense and what doesn't, what contributes for their comfort and for their well-being, and what doesn't contribute for their comfort and for their well-being. I do suspect that though is somebody you already know, or if you are to meet this person, you're gonna get close to each other very, very quickly. And what happens here is that through talking with that woman or with that guy, you will see how unnecessary burdens you are carrying on, how many things from the past you are simply, carrying with yourself like a chains that are preventing you to pretty much move forward with your life. And through rather deep analysis, through very deep conversations with this individual, you are going to pretty much see a way through the thing. You are pretty much going to see a way how to unshackle yourself, so to speak. Together through those conversations, you are going to be able to transform an ambition of yours, which is a grand ambition. And under what I mean grand ambition, that is an ambition, for example, to be successful, where and how, that is for now a bit irrelevant. That is the ambition to be happy, whom with, and again, where, that is also a bit irrelevant for that particular point. So with the King of Swords, by talking about these ambitions, you will be able to transform those ambitions into or those goals, I would say, into a very effective actions. It's just actions that are producing effect straight away. And the very first portion of these actions are taking place here within the Death card. So within the Death card, you are going to start liberating, burning of bridges with the past. It's simple as that. There isn't much to be said about the card in such a narration with the King of Swords next to it. So what happens here is that you talk with the guy or with the woman here, you talk about your problems, you talk about, your concerns, you talk about, for example, unfortunate events into your career or into your relationship. And through these conversations, you do realize what is holding you back, and also how to let go of it. And here with the Death card, it's simple, you are letting go of it. Now, with the Death card, guys, that could be something very small. It could be as well something very major, like a small, that could be letting go of a habit, that could be letting go of certain routine, that could be letting go as well of a way that you speak, for example, or it could be very drastic, like for example, letting go of a job, letting go of a relationship. It will be a very how can I say, situational to what you are going through. But the bottom line here is that at this stage of the week, the very early stages of the week, you will realize what no longer works for you. It's simple as that. And the more you are trying to borrow its time, the more that thing obstructs your reality, the more that thing prevents you from being loved, it prevents you from being successful, it prevents you from being wealthy, for example. And when you do realize that through these conversations, there will be no problem for you whatsoever to let go of it, because at the end of the day, the death card changes through substitution, which means that you are either going to leave your life of being single for your life of being with somebody. You're either going to leave your life of being jobless into the life of being employed. You're either going to leave one job for another, or one relationship for another. So and that comes from the Empire, as you can see, into the traditional card of the death. The fourth horseman of the apocalypse comes about, and one emperor dies, but in another takes its place, but the empire stays. Okay, the empire stays. So the whole reason for that awareness that happens to you, that wake up situation that happens to you through the not infiltration but influence of the King of Swords, is so you to see that you have a lot of room to clear in your life, and you need to clear it so you can pretty much exert a new life to take place there. And right after that, how can I say, letting go of things, that freedom that is going to take place, another person comes into your life. Knights of Wands. Now, this is way more direct influence that you are going to have from the Knights of Wands. Knights of Wands, these people, they do not show up, or they do not step up if there is no interest for them into the situation. So that pretty much speaks that either your situation, what you're doing, or you directly are posing interest to the Knights of Wands. They are very enterprising individuals that, should there be a passion into the endeavor, either a business project, business, cooperation, romantic relationship, whatever, they are willing to go up until the end. For them, there is no such thing for them as I cannot do it. Should it pose interest to them, they are gonna do it straight away. And in this particular case, the Knight of Wands is going to do two things for you, either through a relationship, either through a business partnership, or it could be as well through a friendship. Well, the first thing that they're going to do to you, not to you, but for you, they are going to double your life with a versatility straight away, right there off the back. As soon as they appear, your life will become way more colorful, having that person in it. The other thing that they're going to do for you is help you, big way, help you to pretty much, how can I say, lead situations to their very end. And right after the manifestation of the Knights of Wands, your realization of how well you built by now, how satisfiable your accomplishments by now are. But also it will lead you to the realization that you can definitely build on top of it as well. So to me, the Two of Wands here for you, Capricorn, it does speak that you have covered a pretty good portion of the right path for you, but you are not nearly the end. In fact, the best is yet to come, and thus you should not spend even a moment to shed a tear. You should not spend even a moment to doubt yourself. You should not spare even a moment into indecisiveness. You have to keep up doing what you are good at, and things are simply going to work for you. One more thing I want to say about the Two of Wands before we move to the next card here. Two of Wands, especially when it comes to human interactions, okay, you and friends of yours, or you and intimate person of yours. Two of Wands may appear as some kind of an aggression from your behalf, that is like wanting something to happen like tonight or tomorrow, and at some point, if you are way too bruisey and give way too much ultimatums, you may be left with nothing. So you have to be very mindful while you can have an improvement, how you're gonna get it. The point here is that you need to sculpt the landscape and find the best way for you, and you are gonna have a huge help identifying which that is from the Knights of Wands being there. And the last card, this is how you end up the week here. The Moon card, I forgot what card was at the end while I was reading the first four. I was quite excited. But now that I know that it is the Moon card, I have no doubt that you are going to do all of the right things and take all of the right decisions. Because the Moon card at the end, it shows that you are going to end up the week not very certain that you have done everything you could, or not very certain about how the future is going to unfold. But that is because you do not see the whole picture. You are not being meant to see the whole picture at this moment, because seeing the whole picture, you will be able to change the course of faith, and the faith has you exactly where the faith needs you to be. All right, and you are setting off a course, a path that you are meant to walk. So if you are questioning yourself, am I on the right track with all that it is happening to me throughout this week? Yes, you are. You are big time on the right track, and no matter what happens, you should not deviate from the path that you have chosen. The Moon card usually acts through fantasies and through, how can I say, a belief into the doom and gloom, or way too big exaggeration into the, how can I say, best case scenario. And that is the only way how you can end up disappointed from the thing. So it's best when you have the Moon card just to go with the flow and do not presume anything. Just focus on what it is, and what is meant to happen, what is the right thing to happen. It lingers in the void and waits its time to happen. Just do not freak out, and do not allow your, how can I say, emotions to bring sense of insecurity to you. So that being said, Capricorn, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys. April 19th up until April 25th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.